Chicago Bears quarterback Justin Fields came out in an interview and defended his receivers. So let's talk about it. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Talk back at it with another video talking some NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. If you are a Bears fan, guys, make sure to hit that big red subscribe button down below. Make sure you're following me on all my social media platforms. And as always, hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video. All right, people, I'm figuring out the background stuff here. I know we had been getting used to the other one, and I'm making a few changes here to the channel. Again, all to make it better for you guys, so stay tuned with me here as these improvements come. But yeah, just having some technical difficulties with the other one, so we're going to roll with this one. All right, here we go. So Justin Fields basically had an interview with Bleacher Report, and I'm going to make a couple videos about this because I don't think I could fit all my thoughts into one video without it going on forever. So I'm going to break this up for you guys, and we're going to start with this very first topic, which is him talking about, and more importantly, defending his receivers, okay? So he did an interview with Bleacher Report, and let's go to the quote here that Justin Fields had when he was asked about basically the lack of talent that the Bears' new regime has surrounded him with in his second season. I'm paraphrasing here, but that's pretty much what the question was. Do the Bears have enough talent around him? And Fields said, and I quote, "We don't have an Odell Beckham Jr. or a Cooper Kupp on our team, but at the end of the day, I think if everybody is on their P's and Q's and we're on top of everything and not making mistakes, the players we have right now are good enough." The front office thinks that too. The fans outside the facility, they don't know what's going on at practice. Just because we don't have a big name guy doesn't mean those guys aren't talented. I have plenty of confidence in myself and my teammates that we're going to get the job done, end quote. All right, a lot to unpack here. Tons to talk about. Let me first start off by giving Justin Fields a round of applause because he did the right thing. The thing that I loved hearing, which is defending teammates, being a leader, and backing up his guys. That's the biggest thing first and foremost, okay? Loved seeing that from Justin Fields, a sign that he's growing, maturing. Now, let me also say that I have been one of the people that have said that I believe the Bears have not done enough to surround Justin Fields with as much talent as possible in his second season, okay? So I have been one of those people, but let me be very clear. For those of you that have not heard my position or maybe have heard it, I do want to clarify one thing here. I never went out and said that the Bears should have, done everything in their power to surround it with talent and just thrown money at guys, right? I wasn't saying they should have signed Christian Kirk for $18 million. No, that's a bad investment. I basically said this. Instead of a Byron Pringle and an Equanimeous St. Brown, you could have signed DJ Chark for $10 million. Like, there were smart deals to be made out there, okay? And then during the draft, obviously they didn't draft a receiver. And yes, BPA, best player available. You go after that. Cool, got it. But to me, the most important thing this season is the development of Justin Fields, not whether or not our secondary improves a little bit. Yes, you got to build an entire football team. I got it. But until you get the quarterback right, nothing else matters, right? We all agree on that. So my position has been that, okay? It hasn't been like, oh my goodness, scrap everything and just throw everything at Fields and the talent around him. It was just, are you doing enough? And I didn't believe the new regime was doing enough about it. Now, let's talk about Justin Fields in this quote. I told you I love this because this is what a leader does. A leader backs up and defends his guys and says, I believe in you guys. Now, he did name drop here and said, we don't have an OBJ or Cooper Kupp. I know he was just using them as an example here, but, funny enough, obviously we don't have a guy like that, but I wish he didn't really say a name or anything like that. I wish he would have just said, we don't have a big name here, which is fine. And OBJ isn't really a wide receiver one anymore, by the way. He's more of a wide receiver two, if you will. Cooper Kupp, he's an absolute stud. I got it. So overall, folks, here's the thing, okay? I loved hearing this from Justin Fields because Justin Fields knows that he needs to be the leader for this team. He knows he needs to get the guys to rally around him. He knows he's the quarterback, the definitive starting quarterback for this team. And this is what you like to hear from your quarterback. No nonsense. No diva behavior, just going out there, basically saying that, look, I believe in my guys. We have enough. They're talented enough. And hopefully, that proves to be true. Look, Darnell Mooney had a fantastic season last year. Hopefully he can build on that. Then we talk about Byron Pringle. I actually said I liked the signing, Byron Pringle, but I just wish he was our wide receiver 3, not our wide receiver 2. That was my only issue, because at the dollars and where we got him, I liked it, because Byron Pringle was the number 2 at the back end of the season for the Chiefs after Tyreek Hill at the receiver spot. Really, it was number 3 after Hill and Kelsey, but that's besides the point. We take a look at the other guys that the Bears got. Equanimeous St. Brown, wasn't the biggest fan of that one. I thought he's an unproven talent, and he didn't really get anything after playing with Aaron Rodgers. Velus Jones Jr. drafted him in the draft, but hey, look, I know he's a little bit older. He's 25, but we're talking about a guy, if he can make an immediate impact and have a role right away, I'm fine with that, right? And then David Moore, we've got a bunch of these other guys. And so, to me, I hope these guys prove me and people wrong here and really, really play well this season. But you know that the lack of proven production isn't there. That's all people were saying, including myself, is proven production. It just felt like a bunch of bodies, and that's really what it's been, right? We signed Tajay Sharp, then we signed Dante Bettis. It's just a bunch of bodies. There's no proven production besides Mooney and a half of the season from Pringle last year. Obviously, I haven't counted Cole Kmet. He's a tight end, but he's still a receiver, and I hope Cole Kmet has a great year as well. But that's pretty much been it, okay? That's been really the criticism, if you will, for the front office. Overall, folks, Justin Fields himself as a leader, most important thing is that he defended his guys, and he said, look, I don't care what the outside people say. We have enough in this locker room. I feel like this is great for Justin Fields and for the Bears, because this is really going to instill some confidence and make Justin Fields seem like more of a leader. And he is going to grow into that, because last year he wasn't able to with that coaching staff. So I loved it. I loved what he said. And I hope the guys rally around him. And I hope they have a fantastic season. And I hope some of these receivers show out, folks. I hope Velus Jones Jr. has a role right away and is able to contribute. Byron Pringle, Darnell Mooney, Cole Kmet, all these guys. So let me know what you guys think about Justin Fields and him defending his wide receivers. I'm a big fan of that. I feel like this is what a leader does. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below as always. Thanks for watching.